welcome to another Liberty Hour. Of course, you know by now when it comes this time of the day on a Thursday evening, it's your favorite program, Liberty Hour Live, with your co-hosts, Errol Griffiths and Pauline Byers. Thank you very much wherever you are in the world right now, viewing this telecast and Love World TV. Remember, it's live, and you have the opportunity to call in and to speak with us directly. I have a number of guests with us tonight. Remember last week I said that we were going to be dealing with this exciting subject which is vital to life, which would be nutrition. And yes, we got a power pack program of nutrition for you. I want you to stay tuned. If you have to do anything, do it now, but tell someone about your favorite program, the program that brings liberty and vitality. So right now I want you to get some pens, some papers, put your VCR or DVD on record, whatever you need to do, because you cannot afford to miss this program because your life depends on it. My guest to my left is Diana. Diana, welcome to Liberty Hour. Appreciate it. And over to you, Pauline. And thank you very much also, Pauline, because we missed you so much last week, but we're so glad that you're here again, and I know your viewers also missed you too.
Thank you, Errol.
You are welcome.
Welcome, Diana. Diana, I see you've got a lot of things in front of you, but before we touch those things, tell me about you and what you're up to in the world of nutrition.
Okay, a few years ago I had an accident, and as a result of that I got involved with people who taught me an awful lot about nutrition and the importance of it in the human body. Consequently, my friend Mary, one of these gentlemen, a friend of mine, introduced me to what we're looking at now.
What is it?
This is actually called a salad master machine. This is actually a machine that was started back in 1946.
And what machine did you call it?
It's called a salad master machine.
Salad Master, okay.
It's a food processor, basically.
Right.
And this is how the company got its name.
Right.
They started out with healthy eating, and then they moved to healthy cooking. So this is how this came about. When I saw this was such a powerful tool, and it was so powerful what I saw, I actually decided to become part of the company. And for the last 18 months, I've been around the country sharing this information in homes of people.
Okay, so what information do you share?
But what we look at is how we prepare and how we cook our food. And basically that determines the nutritional content. And once we understand that, what we're looking at now is traditionally, when we cook, we have a problem. And it's called the 6 elements of nutrition. So what Salad Master has done is they've devised a method of cooking that enables us to retain 93% of the nutrition in our food.
Okay, what's the method then?
So basically, if I quickly explain to you, then I'll show you how conventionally we lose nutrition from our food.
Right.
Obviously, sorry?
No, go ahead, go ahead.
The first thing we normally do is we will peel our vegetables. But when we do that, we lose about 50% of the nutrition. On anything that's grown under the ground, the vitamins and the minerals are under the skin.
Right.
And anything that's grown above the ground, they are in the core, the center, such as an apple. So we peel our vegetables and then we put it into water. And most vitamins and minerals are water soluble, and water leaches them out of the food.
Right.
Which is why when you cook your vegetables, for instance, if it's a carrot, the water will go orange. Or if it's peas, the water will go green. And then the minerals, which are like salt, they will dissolve in the water.
Well, can't we just drink the water?
That would be wonderful. But what we normally do with our vegetables is then we put it onto high heat. And obviously, anything above 90 centigrade, the nutrition is largely destroyed in the food.
And boiling is 100, isn't it?
It's absolutely 100. So if I was going to sterilize a baby's bottle, I could go put it in water and boil it. So what do you think happens to our vegetables when we put them in water and boil them down to see?
Right. So how did this method help you?
Basically, it enables me to retain nutrition in my body.
Right.
Now, by being able to do that, it means that my body's immune system will be boosted from the nutrition that I'm getting. And that will enable my body to fight and prevent anything from cold to the most serious lifestyle diseases.
Right. Now, our viewers are probably wondering, well, in what way did it help you? More
well, one of the
specifically.
most specific things it did for me, well, the first thing I noticed is that my energy levels went up.
Is that a caller?
And it helped me to stabilize my weight. I looked at the health and nutrition for myself and for my son. And for him personally, I noticed immediately that his skin changed. these are all of the benefits that I noticed, and I do know people, honestly, who have medical problems. And for instance, I know a gentleman who's diabetic, and one of the things that happened for him was it actually managed to get that under control. And another gentleman, his blood pressure went down. So this is the evidence, these are the things that I've seen from people who are using this method of cooking.
Okay, so what further things do you advocate?
Well, I always suggest to people when it comes to eating that you look at how you source your food, what you should be eating.
Yeah.
Eating vegetables and fruits that are in season. Okay? But the most important thing that I focus on is how you prepare it and how you cook it.
Right.
That is key in retaining nutrition in the food. So this is why this is so exciting, because for the first time we're able to use a method of cooking that previously wasn't available to us.
Right. So you said there were 6 things.
Yeah, there's 6 elements to nutrition. I've mentioned peeling, I've mentioned water, and I've mentioned high heat. The other things that we look at are things like, for instance, a lot of people like to steam, but that's because the temperature is even hotter than boiling. So again, you're getting the same problem. When you steam food, what you're actually getting is a wet heat, and that too is leaching the nutrition out of the food. The other thing, because we live in a society that we're so short of time, we tend to use microwaves.
Right.
And they're cooking at an even hotter temperature, and that's between 200 and 400 centigrade. And the way they cook is they vibrate the food particles. That changes the molecular structure, and when we digest that food, our body treats it like bacteria, and it passes right through.
Wow. So for all the microwaves that we have in the millions of homes across the UK, our food is being treated like bacteria. Wow.
When our body digests it, our body's looking for nutrition. So when it digests, say, baked potato, the structure
or a murdered potato.
A murdered potato. The structure is changed, and the body just treats it like bacteria, and it passes through the body.
Wow. And then you were saying earlier when we were talking before the program that people do things to bring out the flavour.
Oh yes, I can actually show you that. The other thing I like to mention is oxidation, and that's the effect of air and light on our food. You know when you bite an apple and you leave it lying around?
Well, it used to go brown.
It still does. But that's the effect of the air and the light on our food. So if you
not go as brown as it used to.
Maybe there are less nutrients in it. So basically, if you're not cooking in an airtight container, you will lose more nutrition. They actually say if you can smell your food being cooked, you're actually smelling the goodness leaving the food. Wow. And then of course we've got fats and oils, which makes it 7 to 8 times harder for it to digest our food. Because we tend to eat with our eyes. For instance, if you're going to fry some food, what you'll be doing effectively is wrapping it in an oil seal. Your body's now got to work 7 to 8 times harder to digest it. So when it looks our body's digested the food, and it recognizes one item, which we always try to get rid of, which is the fat. So it looks at that and it thinks, I've got enough of this, so I'm going to store it. And of course it stores it in the places that we don't want it to, such as on our hips and on the tummies. But the worst thing it actually does is it stores it inside our arteries, causing fat to build up. So if we're able to cook with oils and fats, that would be a good thing.
So Diana, tell me, what are we actually doing? Are we overcooking or undercooking, or what?
What we're actually doing is we're using the mythology that we have been handed down through the ages, and that in itself has created problems for us. So what we're doing is our basic cooking method is destroying up to 85% of the nutrition in the food.
So now these instruments, utensils that you have, I take it's utilizing technology to enable our bodies to process the food better?
What it's doing is the technology is enabling us, when we cook our food, to cook it in a way where we retain 93% of the nutrition instead of the conventional way where we lose 85%.
So the conventional way is we're cooking out the nutrients out of our food.
And that explains why we're overfed, but we're undernourished.
And you're taking us back to the immediate post-war years when nutrition in this country was better. Obviously. To a piece of equipment that still serves the body well.
What we're looking at is how we can lock that nutrition in.
Right.
Seems to me then, Diana, okay, go ahead, I'll come back to you. Yes.
What we're trying to make people aware of is, for instance, when we eat, have you ever eaten a meal and then a few hours later you're hungry?
Yes, that was the point I was about to make.
Always. Yes. But let me share some language as to what's actually happening. What is actually happening there is your body is searching for the nutrition. remember we eat with the eyes and digest with the stomach. So what it does is it finds that there's little nutrition, so it sends a signal to the brain saying, I need more vitamins and minerals. But we interpret that signal as I'm hungry. So this is why they say we're overfed but undernourished.
So you're eating and you're consuming,
Yeah.
but you're not actually consuming the actual stuff that you want, which
That's
is vital
right.
to the mechanism of the body system.
That's right, we're eating but we're not getting the nutrition.
And I think we're eating in a way that is fast too. Fast eating, fast society. Eating fast doesn't actually allow you to savour the food, does it?
Well, it doesn't savour it, but also we live in an age where time is an issue. So what we're looking for is we're looking for time savings.
Right.
We're not looking at the nutrition that we're getting from the food.
I'm dying to see this implemented work.
Well, let me just show you quickly. This is our world famous food processor. Now, I'm not Blue Peter, so I'm not going to say here's what I prepared earlier. If I just rest that carrot there, I'm just going to show you what happens during the cooking process. This is quite dark. Now, I'm just going to shred it. Oops, sorry. Okay. I'm used to doing it at speed. Okay. Now this is an ordinary carrot. Now what I would like you to do is take part in this by having a little taste of the carrot and tell me what you think.
Is this going to help my eyesight?
I hope so.
Okay, well,
We'll
maybe I want
You'll see by the end of the show your need of your glasses. Just have a little pinch of the carrot. Okay. It's nice. Tell me what you think. How does that taste? It's nice, crunchy, sweet.
Yes.
Can you taste the natural sweetness?
You can indeed.
If I wanted to cook this carrot, I would add water, wouldn't I? So I'm just going to add some cold water to it. Now, nutritionists tell us that if we lose the colour, we lose the vitamins. And if we lose the taste, we've lost the minerals.
Well, we wouldn't normally cook shredded carrots, would we though?
We would normally chop, slice or dice, but I don't think we have enough time for me to do this today. So I'm doing this the quick way.
Right.
Okay, so you've tasted the carrot and it's lovely right now, isn't it? So I'm just going to add some cold water. Now it tells us when we lose the colour, can you see? We lose the vitamins, and when we lose the taste, we've lost the minerals. Now just look at that.
So we've got carrot juice.
Kind of that. This is the vitamins.
Indeed.
Okay? Now, have a taste of the carrot and tell me what you think. How does that taste?
And of course, if this was
Insipid.
brought to the boil, it would...
So what you're saying is that the flavour has gone. Okay? Now if you stop and think about it, what did I do? I shredded the carrot and I added some cold water. And all the vitamins have disappeared in just 20 seconds. Now what we would normally do is we would boil this, wouldn't we? Yeah.
Indeed.
Now if we do that, we'll kill even more of the goodness. Okay. So now when we've tasted the carrot, and we've found that there's no flavour, what do we do to give it flavour?
Oh, a blob of butter.
Yes.
Some
Ketchup.
Ketchup. Mayonnaise.
Yes.
You name it.
Salad creams and all the dressings.
Yes, your weapon of choice. So what you do now is you put the taste back in. But what's happened? What's happened to the nutrients? It's gone down in the gut.
So we substitute nutrients for taste.
We're substitution for nutrition for taste. There was nothing wrong with the carrot in the first place, which is why children will often eat a raw carrot, but not a cooked
In fact,
carrot.
children prefer raw vegetables, don't they, overall?
Yeah. They prefer a raw carrot to a cooked carrot.
Yeah.
Right. You spend a season growing this carrot and 10 minutes killing it. Wow. That's frightening, isn't it?
And I take it this can be taken to all the other fruits and...
Yeah, any vegetable, in fact all of our food, because what we've now discovered this. So now what we're able to do is cook in the salad master way. We're able to keep this in the food. Do you think this would help us with some of the health issues that we have today if we could keep the nutrition in our food?
So what if we were cooking meats?
If you were cooking meats, we would use the same technology. What we've done here is we've designed this highly engineered, what we call it, what can I call it other than a pan, so that when we're cooking, we don't use water, we don't use oils, we don't use fats, we scrub our vegetables and we cook in a sealed airtight container and leave a 6 seal.
Let me have a look at the pan.
So if you don't cook with fats...
If we're not, we can cook without oils and fats. The technology allows us to do that.
Well, how about the actual natural fats that's in the...
Which is good.
The product itself.
Yeah, this is what we do. We see we get our vitamins and minerals naturally from our food. But because conventional cooking requires oil, It's not the food. So we have a tendency to use oil. So if oil will clog your sink, what do you think happens to us when we put it into our bodies? Clog that too. Yeah.
Of course, our arteries will become blocked up, and
absolutely.
hence the reason why we have heart attacks and many
we're now
things.
able, as I said, we are what we eat. So we now have the technology that enables us to do all of these things. Cook without water, as we know what that does to our food. Cook without oils and fats in a sealed airtight container at precisely 86 C.
So let's look at some of the benefits.
Some of the benefits?
Yes.
Okay, what would you like to know? Let me just show you the most amazing bit. This is actually the chef.